Good evening. Today, Boris Johnson chose to ignore, in fact reject, the verdict of his independent advisor on ministerial standards on a bullying inquiry into Priti Patel. The result? No matter that the Home Secretary was deemed to have sworn and shouted at junior civil servants and was concluded by the report to have broken the ministerial code, she is still in her job, while that advisor, Sir Alex Allen, has resigned. She survived because the report says the bullying could have been unintentional, and Priti Patel was never given feedback about her behaviour at the time. Well, tonight that has been flatly contradicted by Sir Philip Ruttman, her former permanent secretary, who resigned in February, claiming he was forced out because he exposed her bullying behaviour. So, should the Home Secretary still be in her job? Here's our policy editor, Lewis Goodall. Kieran Mullen, we're in a situation where the executive, where are the reins on the executive if indeed the Prime Minister is going to ignore a civil servant of 40-odd years standing who made a judgment that the Prime Minister simply set to one side, indeed rejected?
Well, the rein on the executive.
Take on Sir Alex's job now, as Philip Rykoff said at the beginning. Who would want to be the next advisor in the ministerial code and face this same thing happening again, undermining of that independent advisor's capabilities, and also putting in train a system where the public doesn't know who's going to be listened to and who's not?
Sorry, as usual, I think we're kind of blowing things out of all proportion.
Very much indeed. The pandemic has changed much about the world, including for science. Discoveries that would previously have taken years to verify have been propelled into the news headlines at previously unthinkable speed. And the ideas and research of those hitherto known to just a few outside their narrow field of scientific expertise are now chewed over by millions on socially distant walks and Zoom calls. But how healthy is our science and the discourse around it? Are we hearing from everyone with something to contribute? Are we prepared to acknowledge that we don't know everything? And are we fully considering the impact of the huge decisions that are being taken? Tonight, Newsnight takes a step back and hears from some of our most eminent thinkers and health professionals about their concerns about the atmosphere around science during the pandemic. Here's our health correspondent, Debs Cohen.